Real life street stars. Know what time it is.
While we're on the subject of settlements, you hear a lot of stories about celebrities maybe going to court and they win, a certain amount of money in court, but that years pass and they haven't received it. So, can you break that down a little bit more about how like people can be like the judgment may say, yeah, you owe this person this money, but that doesn't necessarily mean you're going to get your money or get it in a timely fashion.
I think I think in the legal system there is unfortunately a gap. And for example, we may actually sue someone and get a judgment, right? And just depending on the situation, a lot of times when you talk about celebrities, you're talking about attorneys who are not working on contingency. Contingency meaning that I get paid once you get paid. Most of those, if not all of those lawsuits, are not contingency. What they are is pay to play. And so if you pay me to get you $2 million and I get you that $2 million verdict, once that happens, I'm done. Here's a piece of paper that says that that person owes you by $2 million and it's been signed off by the judge. You got this verdict, go with God. And there's a big gap at people knowing or people utilizing services to actually go after that money. And just depending on your state too. So if you're looking at this, uh, you know, Texas is homestead, so we have a lot of protections. Our home, our first car. So we have a lot of protections that people can't necessarily get judgments on or take things. But other places, you can take people's houses, you can take their cars, you can. Uh, uh, what else can you do? You can actually seize their bank accounts. So there's a couple of different things that you can do, just depending on the state that you're in.
You get a charge like murder for hire. How does this hurt you? Like pockets wise, like just is it just does it go deeper than the charge itself? Like his sponsorships, his
Oh man, look, he, you will. So a lot of people don't know this. When you throw an event, chances are there's a rider, an insurance rider that's been put in place, right? And that says that we will protect you if anything happens, but these are our guidelines. No one is going to potentially write an underwriting policy for Yella Beezy to perform. So that's definitely going to hurt him.
right.
And so as a brand, that hurts. And so yeah, he runs the risk of his money drying up until this is over with.
Right. So as say if you were Yellow Beezy lawyer and he let you know everything that was going on, allegedly, right? Um, how would you have told him to move?
Say that one more time.
Like how you say, I got a good relationship with my lawyer, right? And I can kind of tell him what I'm doing and how I'm moving, right?
You can tell me anything.
Yeah, right. And so, how if I was Yellow Bees and I was letting you know what was going on, how would you advise me to move if I knew there was someone that was coming at me, threatening my life every day, shooting people around me, shot me allegedly.
I would tell him to go somewhere and not tell anyone but the people who were staying with him where he was at and limit those individuals. Plain and simple. I would tell him to go to a secure building, go somewhere where they knew you felt safe. And then I would, in all intents and purposes, ask if it's okay if we potentially either have off duty officers around the clock out in that area just to make sure coming and going, the people who were coming in to see him were safe.
Right.